Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here this morning. We're driving down Watt Avenue right now. Yesterday, I made a lot of videos about the WWE Survivor Series 2017. I'm really excited about this show. I know that honestly, it's just SmackDown versus Raw. This is just the battle of brand supremacy, and there are really no. As you can see, there really are no winners and losers when it comes down to it, because at the end of the day, all of these matches are non-title matches. They're just for bragging rights of who runs a better show, of SmackDown versus Raw. I was thinking that maybe SmackDown and Raw's general managers would come together, maybe make some sort of wager on the show, but I think with Shane McMahon leading the invasion of Raw and taking it under siege, I'm guessing that there is going to be no friendly fire between these two guys, or maybe they would bet a superstar, something as easy as that, or maybe one of the champions would be able to be picked from a brand and sent to the other brand. Something like that would be going down. But if you watch SmackDown on Tuesday, throughout the whole entire show, you could see that there was some discomfort between Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. Mostly Daniel Bryan was upset that Shane didn't consult with him about doing the invasion of Raw, and basically, he kept warning him that there were going to be consequences for what happened. As of right now, basically Shane McMahon doesn't have the full confidence of the SmackDown roster. Two of the bigger stars that are, as of right now, I guess you can say rumored to be on the SmackDown Survivor Series team, being Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn did lose his match to Randy Orton on SmackDown that would have put him on the Survivor Series team. Next week, Kevin Owens has a match against Shinsuke Nakamura. The winner of that match will get put on the team. If Owens and Zayn aren't on the team, I think it's pretty obvious that you have to be looking for some sort of disruptance during the match. Basically with them saying how valuable they are to SmackDown and not being put on the team, that they would help the SmackDown team lose in order to show that they are the most valuable people on the show. We know that Sami Zayn's heel turn was against Kevin Owens, and it was also against Shane. We saw them do a promo with each other to kick off SmackDown on Tuesday. So I don't think this is that far out of reach. But as of right now, the biggest rumor going around in wrestling is about maybe there's going to be an upcoming Daniel Bryan turn, where Daniel Bryan would turn on Shane McMahon, which I don't want to say would lead to their own sort of stable or group of that being Bryan, Owens, and Zayn, but it would just lead to sort of the heel GM, which I didn't even think about it, but possibly one of the best things that's going on in wrestling right now is the fact that we don't have a heel GM. They've been running with this sort of storyline since the 1996 Survivor Series, with the whole Brett screwed Brett, which led to Vince becoming like the guy in charge that was always looking out to sort of screw over the superstar, whether if it was The Rock or whether if it was Stone Cold Steve Austin. Always trying to be that person that kept them on the chase, which, when the babyface superstar always is on the chase, it's always fun to see how you're going to get to the destination of them finally winning the championship. But, it's been freaking forever. 20 years ago was the damn screw job, and we've been running with this. And since then, basically, since WrestleMania, we had the Authority moved out of power on Monday Night Raw, and we had Kurt Angle come in as the new GM. And then we also had Daniel Bryan on SmackDown. He's been there since the beginning, and Shane has always been, a babyface guy, so that way, we've got the good guys running the place. I'm not 100% sure that Bryan would turn heel. I don't know if it's just basically WWE really looking for any kind of storyline that they could run as of right now. I wouldn't like to think that they are poisoning, Daniel Bryan's stardom. I think that I don't think they're dumb enough to turn him heel, just hoping that they can sort of kill him off on the last days of his contract as we count that down to before he could leave somewhere. Bryan right now, whenever he comes out on SmackDown, is still as over as he was when he won the championship back at WrestleMania 30. People love to do the yes chant. People love to cheer for Daniel Bryan. He's probably one of the biggest ultimate underdogs there's ever been in WWE to finally reach the top and finally get one over. I don't think it's going to happen, but it makes a lot of sense as of right now for basically Bryan just to be saying that Shane is supposed to be working with the team as him, but as of right now, Shane's just sort of doing everything on his own, and Bryan's having to sort of pick up the pieces as they go along. And if he turns on him, he could just ultimately screw him out. So there's also rumors out there that Bryan and Shane will join the SmackDown team. I don't think either of those are going to happen, and we talked about those yesterday in the full show preview for Survivor Series that just went up. So go out of your way, check that out. It's over there in the archives, and we'll see you guys down the road.